Alright, so I got me my supplies. We got lots of yellow, lots of brown, a lot more red, because obviously that's what Grim Foxy's main color is. Some gray for some other little parts, a glove for his left hand, and then a sickle for his right hand. It should be hand, but it's a sickle. You can get a sickle at like probably Spirit Halloween. I just got this one online because Spirit was sold out. And yeah, lots of hot glue, lots of tape, maybe not too much tape, but you'll need it, and hot glue gun, of course, and maybe a reference from previous years, because it's been a while and I forgot what to do and how to make costumes, so hopefully he turns out good. Okay, so I've gotten all of these cut so that they kind of are more flattened out, and I put them on the fabric, the red fabric, and I'm just gonna trace it on and then cut it off and then sew all the cracks back together, and it should, hopefully, I'm really hoping, it should fit perfectly onto the head, just the skeleton of the head. So then we'll have some color and it will look good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I really hope it looks good, because I have spent a lot of time and a lot of tape. Most of this took like almost one whole roll of tape, duct tape. So I'm praying that this works. I really hope it does. Okay, so I've sewn everything all together and I just put it on the head, and I think it turned out pretty good actually. It is like a little too short, but the fabric can stretch, so it should be fine. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Now I just have to glue it on, but first I'm gonna cut out the eye holes on the base of the head so that I can figure out everything there for the eyes and stuff, and then get it all fabriced up, maybe a few more details, like some lumps around the eyes for the fabric to go over. And yeah, I think it's gonna look kind of good. Okay, so I have put the fabric on and I've glued it, and it like just barely fit on some parts, but it also just like it's perfect. So I am gonna try and cover this area up with something, because obviously, like, when I'm wearing this thing and I like look up or something, you can clearly see the cardboard and tape there. So I might have to like paint that like yellow or even just gray, just because yellow for the glowy pumpkin effect, whatever Grim Foxy has, but probably just gray. So yeah, that'll make it look a bit better. And I still have to cut out the eye holes, so there's just gaps here. Yeah, I'll have to cut that out. Should be fine, but it's looking good so far, so I'm proud of it. Okay, so I've attached the snout, and I made the nose from just a couple of stacked pieces of cardboard and then black fabric. And then I took a strip of cardboard, kind of cut it up a bit, and then covered that in red fabric, put that along here so it looks like it's kind of like the snout and then the broken snout of the skeleton. So I think it looks kind of cool. It obviously it never looks like perfect. Like I have Jack O'Bonney here from like 2 years ago. He looks good, but of course, like it's never perfect. Like I could never really get it picture perfect, but you can tell who it is. I think, of course, right now it kind of looks like Nightmare Foxy, but until I add like the more broken ears and the yellow eyes with the yellow mesh, then it'll kind of look more like Grim Foxy, because they are pretty similar. But I think I'm gonna either do the ears or the lower jaw next. I think the lower jaw, just to get the main head, and then I'll do the ears last. But I think he looks pretty cool right now. Not perfect, but it's kind of cool. Okay, so I've got the lower jaw complete mostly. I have to cover up all the cardboard in here, obviously. We'll get to that later. It's not attached yet, but I will do that soon. I'll figure out a way to do that, because Grim Foxy's jaw kind of like hangs pretty far down, so... And this costume head is pretty big, so when I wear it, it's gonna be like... at the bottom of my neck, the jaw, maybe even lower, probably lower. But yeah, it should be okay. I'll wither it up later and add some more details. But I'm gonna start the teeth now, and then after the teeth, I'll do the ears, and then that's when we get to the painting section, because there's all these glue bits here and on the side from where I attached everything. That's gonna, it's fine, because I'm gonna be painting over this with just black, since Grim Foxy looks pretty burnt. He's got like burn marks all over him, around his eye sockets, so I'm gonna be painting around the eyes a bit and everywhere, make it look a bit burned, around the mouth, the teeth, which I'm just gonna be making out of cardboard, because that's all I can really think of. Just cardboard and fabric, as always. And yeah. So I've got some paint just kind of rubbed around the eyes and went on the head and one ear right now, so I'll do the other. And the snout, and yeah, also I just moved the snout like a bit, kind of squished it down a bit more, so it's messy right here, because it once was like over here, I had to move it over there, and same with over here. That's because it was like, I don't know, it just looked kind of weird, and I was like, what if it looks a bit skinnier? And it looks better, but I might have to just, I'm either gonna leave this as it is or redo the bottom jaw, because I think, I mean, it looks good from certain angles, but in other angles it looks kind of funky. I made the teeth a bit too big, like much bigger than the ones up here. I know these ones kind of vary in size, but even these are like wider than any of these teeth, and it just kind of looks a bit strange. Plus the jaw, the lower jaw is already like wider than the snout, so I might leave it if I'm lazy, but if I feel like fixing it, which I think I might, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So we'll see how it turns out. He's looking okay. I like him. He's just a little funky in some places, but that's how these things always look. They always look weird. Alright, so I finally finished the second jaw. Here's the first one, which is just scrapped now. The second one, I think it looks really good. I mean, it looks the same, obviously, but the teeth are smaller. They're more like fitting to the teeth up here, and yeah, it just kind of fits the snout a bit more. Of course, it's a bit skinnier because I made the snout skinnier this morning. Added some more burnt textures with just black paint and a napkin, just kind of wipe it down so that's not like fully black, but kind of just smeared everywhere. Got this ear done as well, and of course outlined all around the bottom and the back too, so it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I told you this earlier, but some yellow just under the ears, because it's just kind of broken down there, and it's exposed endo. So yeah, that is it so far. I have to add the mesh in the eyes and paint the lower jaw and add the yellow in here, because I'm not just going to leave it open. I'm going to add yellow in here and add the tuft of hair, and then that should be it for the head, unless I am forgetting something, but it'll be done, so it's looking pretty good.